Really pleased with the effort we played with against Carolina. It was fun seeing the first group out there playing together. Not complete yet, but still it was exciting to get those guys on the field and to actually play in a game, which was fun to watch. And with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Seems like Jason, I know he's banged up right now, but really sees that job next to Xavier. What did you see from him this summer to have that confidence in him?
I think that nothing's been set in stone yet, but it's obviously looking that way. I think that what he did last year and what he's done to get in shape and get his body right, and it's another year in the system, so he's playing even faster and more reacting instead of thinking now. I think he's got a bright future.
You saw Leo go off a few days ago in practice. What have you seen? What did you see from him that day?
Well, I think that all of them are they're practicing, trying to get ready for the season to start, and he's been doing that throughout camp, and he's really improved on a lot of techniques and fundamentals in his game, and has taken it personal to even in, I think, what is it, year 9 now? To get him even better, than what he has been in the past, and I think you see that in his play.
I think you hear sometimes a lot of people suggest that your blitz schemes kind of, for lack of better terms, limit your edge rushers. Like a lot of teams have edge rushers that just send them every time, right? Whereas you kind of maybe ask more of them. What do you think of that idea that your edge rushers might rush a little less than the traditional edge rushers?
Well, I think that there's different philosophies defensively. I think there's the coordinators that just like to rush forward and play coverage, and we like to put pressure on the quarterback different ways, because like I've said many a times, pressure breaks pipes, and it's one of those things where I say it's a positionless defense. So I just don't limit them and put them in a box of just an edge rusher. It's what they do best. How can we get a free runner to the quarterback? And what it takes is 11 selfless guys out there. And that's what you're seeing with us. With our guys, they're selfless players. They care about each other more than they care about themselves. And, just because someone has, 4 sacks going into week 6, does not mean he's having a bad year, because you got to think not just only the passing plays and sacks, what are they doing the other 500 plays or 400 plays, whatever the numbers at that time. And they do all the little things, that make the good things happen.
Are you settled on the communication part of things now, defensively?
I mean, we've had a bunch of different guys doing it, so I think it'll still be one of those decisions that we'll wait until probably the week of Dallas. But we're going in the direction that
And just to follow up, what did you think of Bobby on Friday night?
I thought he played really well. Yeah, I thought he played really well. It was fun to watch.
Wink, in a preseason setting like this, like in this third game coming up, I don't know who's going to play. Maybe a lot of the guys won't play. But do you see any sense in not doing what you do just because it's a preseason game? I mean, you want to get the most out of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to pressure, you say, well, I'm going to pressure anyway because that's what we do. There's no sense practicing something else.
No, I think that, you just go to play the game with, who you have in there. I don't know who we're playing yet either, so don't feel like you're all alone on that. That's going to be between Daves and Joe. But I think that, it just you call the game to win each game you have, and that's what we'll do. With who's in there, what I think they can execute, and they're going against the Titan of quarterbacks, and it's going to be a great experience for some of these younger guys. Because he'll evaluate your team for you as well, the way he plays quarterback.
Since you haven't the rosters haven't been out of the final roster, how much do you have fully integrated your defense?
Oh, we got the whole defense in. Yeah, it's already in. You're not seeing it all, but we got all the defense in. Yeah.
When Tay and Trey have had a lot of success so far, nobody wants to see them fail, but cornerbacks always get beaten on occasion. Are you curious to see how they handle some failure?
Oh, I think they've failed some in practice, and I love how they respond to that. So, I don't think that it's, you don't go into it looking that way, but I think that's one of the things I told you before that I loved about Trey. He's got a short memory. And Tay is just, he's one of those guys that just wants to keep getting better every day. They both are, and it's fun to watch.
What do you like best about this defense?
I like the players, the people. You know what I mean? The players themselves. It's like I said. I know you hear the word selfless, but it truly is a selfless group who cares about our success. And that is cool in today's day and age of the NFL. They're like you got a Dory who's helping those young corners out. I mean, he's a stud, and he wants them to be great. And I love the people here. I think that's what Joe and Dave's and even the prior regime. There's some good people in this building that want to do right for the Giants and do right for our defense and do right for our team most importantly.
Does the fact that Rodgers is playing give you an especially good opportunity, like to prepare these guys to face like the best of the best?
Yeah, I think that I get excited every time going against him because he's a titan of the league. He's one of the titans of the league, and we all know that. You see the energy he brought to the city, and I really do like him. I want him to have a bunch of success, except when we're playing against each other, and he knows that, and hopefully he feels the same way. But I just think that he's one of the best, and it's always, as players and coaches, just like you saw in London, it's fun playing that chess match with him. There's so many little things that you got to cover when you're going against him. So I think I know if I was a rookie, I'd be jacked, like the two corners, to go against Aaron Rodgers, because it's one of the best of the best.
Is that something
So if you like him, then you're not going to blitz him? Is that?
We'll see.
With Okereke, nothing against the guys you had last year, but you had young guys or guys that came off the street at some point. To have a guy, he's a proven player in this league. He's had success. How big an upgrade is that, or how much better can this defense be, knowing you have that, linchpin kind of in the middle of your defense?
I've always said this philosophically: if you have a fast Mike, you have a fast defense, and he's a really fast Mike, and a lot of his success will depend on how we play up front, and we've seen improvement there as well. And I know you guys haven't seen Nacho and Ashawn practice or play yet in the game, but we've seen him in practice. And, we're starting to get DJ back now. He's been practicing. I like what I see from him. And, of course, Jordan Riley, everybody's been talking about.
Are you hoping to get Ashawn and Nacho in this weekend?
I always hope, but who knows? Like I said, that's Joe and Dave's there.
What are you surprised with Riley? How much of a surprise has he been to you?
I don't think it's a surprise at all. I think that, when you draft a guy, you expect him to play the way that you saw on tape, and then you see, in the future of what you can do to help develop him that can make him even better. And I think that's what, what you're seeing right now. But, he still needs a lot of snaps and still needs to grow, and I think he's in the perfect spot for it. Right now, where he's at with the veterans he has in that room, and with Trey and B. Cox.
Is he further along than you thought he might be?
I haven't sat and thought about it, but probably, yeah.